Hey guys, Brady here, and I am not a fan of the number six. I've had a huge hatred of the number six since um, preschool. Why? Because the number six always fucks up. Number six fucks up everything. Um, Case in point, this video. So back in 1996, um, like I love the number five. I have 5 letters in my name. I have five letters in my last name. I don't like it. I don't like the five when it's paired up with the number six. Like, so I don't like 56 or 65 or 506 or so on and so forth. Anyway, so back in 1996, we got a action thriller known as Mission Impossible, starring Tom Cruise, directed by Brian De Palma. It was a hit. It was a hit. It wasn't like a big hit like Independence Day was that year, but it did good enough to get a sequel in 2000 with Mission Impossible 2, directed by John Woo, which didn't really do well. People didn't like it as much as the first movie, and it took them 6 years to make another Mission Impossible movie, which I believe when J.J. Abrams signed on to do Mission Impossible 3, this series pretty much been rebooted. It feels like a reboot. 3, 4, and 5 feel like reboot movies because it's pretty much a completely different style than the first two movies, which were Brian De Palma and John Woo. Completely different. They all have like the same feel. They all have like pretty much the same cast. Simon Pegg is in it a lot. They have more reoccurring characters. It's no longer new characters. We have reoccurring characters. We get new characters. We get like Alec Baldwin. Then we get our Jeremy Renners and Rebecca Ferguson and stuff like that. But so yeah, and then in 2011, Brad Bird, director of The Iron Giant, Ratatouille, and The Incredibles, signed on to do the fourth installment in the Mission Impossible movies, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, and then in 2015, Chris Mcquarrie was signed on to direct Mission Impossible 5 Rogue Nation. And the reason why they keep switching up directors is because Tom Cruise, I read somewhere that Tom Cruise wants each movie to have like its own style. So usually directors have their own way in doing movies. So the idea of switching directors, it makes the sequel not feel dull. It doesn't make the movie feel boring. It doesn't make it feel like, oh, here's this director's style again. It makes the movie feel fresh and new because the director is throwing their style into the movie, how they shoot their movies, how they make their movie, how they do whatever. And now it is reported that Chris Mcquarrie is back to direct Mission Impossible 6. See why I don't like the number 6? Because it fucks everything up. It fucked up the flow of the Mission Impossible changing directors every movie thing. And I like Chris McQuarrie. I thought Jack Reacher was really good. I love Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. It's my favorite of the Mission Impossible movies. Rebecca Ferguson was great. Really beautiful in that movie. Rebecca Ferguson. The action was good. They had a lot of funny moments, especially after the scene where Tom Cruise dies for like a minute, and then he comes back to life, and it has like that big chase scene. Like before that big chase scene, it shows him like running to the car, and he like jumps on it with the Mission Impossible theme song playing in the background. And he like slides off the hood of the car and like falls on his face. And Simon Pegg's like, "Oh, you shouldn't be driving. You were just dead a minute ago." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he like puts his hand on the car opens, and he starts driving and recklessly. Anyway, yeah. So Chris McQuarrie is signed on to direct Mission Impossible 6, and I'm not too happy about that. I want them to have a different director. I want them to keep the flow the flow of having a new director. Like maybe have like Bryan Singer do Mission Impossible 6, or who else? Who else is big right now? Not Spielberg could, I don't know. Let's see who's big right now. Bryan Singer. I don't know. I guess James Mangold. He directed Night and Day with Tom Cruise. But I don't know. I don't like the fact that they're reusing Christopher McQuarrie. I just really enjoy seeing the style of the directors change throughout each installment of the movie. Like I like seeing the different styles. I know the style of Christopher McQuarrie. We've seen it in Jack Reacher and Rogue Nation, so I don't want to see that style again because I don't want it. I don't want a repeat. I want someone else. Now he's great. He proved to me. I wasn't too proud of him doing the Rogue Nation because when I first saw Jack Reacher, I didn't like it that much, and then I watched it again and again, and I grown to love Jack Reacher. I love Jack Reacher now. It's one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies. And then after seeing the first trailer drop for Rogue Nation back in I think March 2015, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong about Christopher McQuarrie, because that trailer was phenomenal, and the movie was phenomenal. But I just don't like the fact that they're reusing directors, even though they said they're not going to reuse directors for this series because they like having a different flow, a different style in their movies. But hell, why can't they have Matthew Vaughn direct Mission Impossible 6? Or Peter Berg's too busy directing true event movies. Not David Ayer. Doug Liman. Doug Liman or Paul Greengrass should do the next Mission Impossible movie. Like I said, I don't have anything against Christopher McQuarrie. I think I love his style and directing, but I just don't think it's right that they're going back on what Paramount, whoever made this, going back on their idea and saying, "Oh, we want a new director every movie." And now, since Mission Impossible Rogue Nation was such a big success, they're now reusing Christopher McQuarrie, completely fucking up the flow of the series and director swapping. But yeah, that's just pretty much how I see it. I would love to see a different director take on the Mission Impossible series. Like I would love to see like a Doug Liman directed Mission Impossible movie, or a Paul Greengrass directed Mission Impossible movie, or the director of the new Deadpool movie. What's his face? David Leitch, who I think directed John Wick. Was it John Wick or John Wick 2? I'm not sure. I can see him take his take on the Mission Impossible movies. Hell, maybe even the Russo. No, they got their hands tied on the Avengers. Yeah, that's pretty much my thought. I think it's kind of betraying the series reusing the director, since, like I said, they like swapping directors, and they're not swapping it for this movie. So that is why the number 6 is a terrible number. They always fuck everything up. So, and plus, when you put 3 6s together, it's one big ginormous fuck of a number. So, yeah. Just remember, the moral of this video, the number 6 sucks.